Dr. Raj, first you have to intro yourself and then program, then the
Okay.
video of our SDG. Then you invite me for the welcome speech. Then
Yes.
after you invite Dr. Bobo. Then
Yes.
we will
Okay.
interact with Bobo. And if
Yes,
Dr.
madam.
you have to intro yourself and then program, then the video of
Yes, we are live.
our
Yeah.
SDG.
Audible?
Then we are live now. Now start this.
I have to join once again as I have some issue in camera. Okay, let me give me few minutes. I'm joining again.
Okay, okay. Meanwhile, I will just start our intro.
Greetings from SDG Club India International. We are proud to introduce ourselves as a premier organization with a noble objective to connect people from all walks of life to develop a comprehensive framework, network, and action plan that is based on United Nations SDG pillars peace, prosperity, planet, profit, and partnership. We extend a cordial invite to you all to be a part of this revolutionary movement, thus sharing your valuable insights, experience, and expertise to make it a global success. SDG Club is working under able leadership of Dr. Vijay Kumar Salvia, who has more than 25 years of experience in research, innovation, R&D, startup mentoring, generating employment, and awarding talents and mentor. More than 25 lakh people have been benefited by activities done by him and by the expert team of SDG Club. SDG Club is co-founded by Preeti Mahorkar as she is an author, life coach, NLP, and emotional intelligence trainer, having more than 15 years of experience in CSR training and social work. Our core team is comprised of various professionals and experts from India and across the world. They have been working proactively and sharing their expertise and experience to further this noble cause. We invite you all to join our SDG Club India International. Thank you.
Dr. Salvia, she has got some problem, I suppose, with the connection. Can you start? Dr. Raj? Dr. Raj, are you there?
Is it live now?
Hi, it's live, but Dr. Raj is having some issue with her connection. So can you please start? I mean,
Okay.
if you can.
Okay. Good evening, good afternoon, and good morning to all of you with respect to international standard. I welcome all the delegates, all the viewers, listeners, and speakers, moderators for this very, we can say, a kind work that is for the sustainable development goal. As you all of you know that the sustainable development is the basic key of our world. And our SDG Club India International that is working for the sustainable development goal and also for the development of India under the Atmanirbhar Bharat Abhiyan. As you know, there are so many people's associations are working for the sustainable development goal, and we committed for the actual work. What the actual work, how the employment and similarly the startup, the self-employment can be achieved, and similarly the happiness can be achieved. So we have so many associations, about 10,000 of industries attached with us, 1,000 of associations, national, globally, internationally, we are connected, and we have research, innovation, startup university, we have happiness club in the international, and similarly, we have International Research and Development Community Organization USA India. We have so many associates. We have the associates with respect to other countries. We have associates with our in India also. And there are so many people who are working with us. They are getting the good platform here. They are encouraging themselves. they are promoting their companies, and similarly, they are getting the opportunity for the sustainable development. So for the social and professionally, and similarly for name and fame, we are giving to each other. And we are celebrating the 75th years of celebration for the independence of this India. So it is the great honor and it is the great achievements of all of the people, those who are not in this world, and also those who are living in this world. That is, they are getting such opportunities to celebrate the 75th years of independence. And now it is the independence can be sustained. The independence can be sustained only when the development is just like the sustainable development goals. That's why our research innovation startup university has the slogan of right mentoring and right directions. If you have right directions, then you will have the right mentoring. And we always reward and award those people who are working best. So without any greed test, without any, we can say a self, whatever the self they need, they are working with us. And today, SDG Club India International has got the such reputations only because of the most devoted person. Ms. Poonam Gandhi Madam, Mr. Job, and Dr. Peter Simon, and Dr. Sonali Mishra, Dr. Preeti Baharkar Madam, and there are so many moderators, and we have the speakers that continuously we are working with us. And they are in the back. So those who are working for the social media, those who are working for the forwarding the message and all, they are the backdoor of this SDG club. But regularly they are working. And irregularity is not, we can say, we are facing or we are seeing in this manner. So SDG Club India International giving the opportunity to develop each and every people. And they are, we can say, getting the platform and also the right direction and right mentoring. They are developing themselves also. We have got so many collaborations from the other peoples, those who are working. So I welcome all the speakers, all the keynote speakers to develop their skills, come and join and collaborate with us for the heads of the development. So this I invite all of you and thank you very much that you have come here and also shared your experience. So it is my, we can say, and it is our honor that you all are here, and similarly welcome for the collaborations for the development so that we will achieve the sustainable development goals in a right manner and in a right direction. And after, we can say, this 75th anniversary of this our independence, we want that in again 25th years we will be the milestone. We have to create a milestone with the collaboration of all yourselves. So just like the Mahatma Gandhi, Subhash Chandra Bose, and there are so many people, Chandrasekhar Azad, so there are so many peoples, revolutionary peoples behind that, and revolutionary common peoples. From that, we are getting such independence and Atmanirbhar Bharat Abhiyan. So in the future also, in again 25th, we want that when we celebrate the 100 years of celebration, we all must be there with the great milestone on that whatever the today we have. So thank you very much, and keep have a nice day. Yes, Dr. Raj.
Yes, thank you very much, Dr. Vijay Salvia, sir, for this wonderful platform and connecting the intellectuals and the efficiencies across the world. And it is possible, sir, only just because of you. I salute you, sir. Hello and welcome to all the excellencies joined here across the world. I am Dr. Raj Sangwan from India, moderator of this webinar on the SDG Goal 6, Clean Water and the Sanitation. Thank you very much to all the eminent guests, speakers, and attendees for gracing this wonderful webinar. And I, Dr. Raj Sangwan, welcomes you all in this SDG International Club, founded by respected Dr. Vijay Salvia, sir, and co-founded by respected Preeti ma'am. Thank you very much, sir, for providing this wonderful virtual platform and connecting excellencies across the world, and sir, for your wonderful insight over the SDG 6, clean water and the sanitation. The clean water, as we all know very well, is a basic human need and should be accessible and affordable everywhere long term. And there is sufficient fresh water on the planet as we are surrounded by the water. But still, the test is that only less than 1% water is available for the use, and that is fresh water. So that's why we all are here to save the water for the future generation. And this is the time to invite our eminent speakers. And first of all, I would like to invite our respected speaker, Professor Florence D. Momo from Indonesia. He is multi-awarded international researcher and global leader. He is ambassador at large, country ambassador and director for the International Human Rights Movement, sir, at the Philippines, United Nations, technical research evaluator. And sir is a proud author of 12 international books that have been published in Europe, Indonesia, and India. Sir, you are most welcome, Professor Florence, sir, respected sir. The stage is yours now. We are eager to hear your valuable thoughts and insights over SDG 6. You are welcome, sir.
Good evening from the Republic of the Philippines. Am I audible, ma'am?
Yes. Yeah, sir. You are audible.
Okay. So once again, good evening, no? And mabuhay. So of course, this is about the clean water and sanitation. So it is very important for us, especially, to be aware of having a clean water and of course, and its sustainability. So for the part of the SDG 6, ensuring access to water and sanitation cannot be achieved, of course, without having a corporate actions, but significant progress will rely because that will be in terms, it depends on the environmental sustainability of how we could be take good care of our environment. So with that, it would be able to measure and of course accelerate that to our sustainable development in SDG 6. So part of that, of course, in the clean water and sanitation is we have to do the proper ways and actions. For example, as you see on the screen, for example, on how we be aware of how to be take good care of the running water, to preserve it, and of course, there are so many ways on how to do those things, of course, and that is to avoid, of course, the scarcity in anything. And then, of course, the possible sources of water that could be made by safe treatment. This includes, of course, it can either be under a rainwater, a stream, rivers, and other moving bodies of water, ponds and lakes in natural spring, which is really very important for us in the community to preserve and take good care of that. And it's very important to do that because there are main five water sources that could we have. Of course, we have well, surface water, and rainwater and seawater, which is very important as part of those water sources. And of course, it's very important also to stop water pollution because part of those is you have to clean everything. Okay, you have to sanitize your environment. So if there's a need to segregate your garbage, it's very important to do that. And of course, in terms of chemicals, it's very important to drain them down and to place that, of course, in a proper place, waste segregation in authorized center. And of course, in terms of other factors, you need to consider that. And of course, there are some many factors that need to avoid to consider that. And also, by planting trees can also help by preserving our water and of course our sanitation. So how do we fight water pollution? Of course, it's very important that the establishment of traceability and treatment system for the residues, of course, coming from, for example, from water, hospitals, wastewater or factories can be treated if we have municipal wastewater having factors that can be doing some plans and programs on that. And then, of course, in terms of having a clean water, we should also save water from our homes and from our places. So I think with that, that could be one of the best thing that we could do in having a clean water and sanitation by preserving any forms of waste and means. So I think with that, that would be all. And thank you for giving me an opportunity to be invited as one of the keynote speakers in this momentous event. So once again, mabuhay and good evening. That would be all, ma'am. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Dr. Florine Momo, for your wonderful insight over Save Water. And sir, very well you explained through your wonderful, amazing presentation how to stop water pollution, sir. Very well you have explained. And yes, we have to stop using this polythene and the plastic. Only then we can save our earth. And very well, sir. Thank you very much, sir, for your wonderful insight. I request Dr. Vijay Salvia, sir. Would you like to interact with our Excellency, Dr. Fraulein Momo?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Uh,
go ahead, sir. Over
you
to
are
you.
sir, you are from Indonesia.
So, sir, from the Philippines. I have only worked from Indonesia as the internship, but
Okay.
I am based in the Philippines.
Very good, sir. So we have seen your profile and have a good expertise you have. So we want to just whatever the in your fields, and similarly you are doing research and similarly the work. So we would like to collaborate with all your activities for the Philippines country, and with Philippines we can start our new journey so that whatever the SDG can work, SDG club and similarly research innovation startup universities, we can work. So we can collaborate for whatever the activities and whatever the projects with the government and industries. For the and similarly for UNO, as the Philippines, UNO has so much projects for the for the Philippines. So whatever we can do as with respect to the development, sustainable development goals, would like to continue such process with your view and with your leadership.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir. And we will wait for that. So maybe, yes, thank you for that, sir.
Okay, thank you, sir. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Dr. Vijay Salvia, sir. Once again, thank you very much, Excellency Dr. Fraulein Momo, sir. Now, I would like to invite our next eminent speaker from UAE, Dr. Parmod Mahajan, sir. And sir has a great experience of, he has a huge teaching experience of 37 years, and sir is presently working as a principal in a CBSE school at UAE. And sir has a huge profile here, I can see. And sir is the Board of Directors of Principal Council of Sharjah Private Education Authority, Government of Sharjah, UAE. And sir is the core member and the former secretary of the Principal's Executive Council of Sharjah Private Association Authority. Wow, sir, great. And sir has so many scientific achievements also. Dr. Parmod Mahajan sir has at national level first prize winner in Intel Science Talent Discovery Fair 1999-2000 year, awarded by the Director Nehru Science Center Mumbai, organized by the Intel Asia Electronics Limited USA and Nehru Science Center. Wow, sir. And awarded by the Adumatics New Delhi for the project of learning through the computers. Wow. Received National Educational Award for Educational Excellence 2012 in Mumbai. And sir has a great profile achievements at the international level also. Sir completed the leadership program about the futuristic leadership from IIM Ahmedabad in 2012. Sir is awarded by NASA, the USA, for the scientific educational excursion, and sir has participated in the World Education Summit 2018 Dubai, conducted the Digital Learning Magazine in association with the KHDA as keynote speaker on the outcome-based education. And it's a great profile, sir, you are having. And if I started reading your entire profile, it will be morning. So I welcome you, sir. Dr. Pramod Mahajan, sir, you are most welcome here to share your views over the SDG 6 clean water and sanitation. Sir, dais is yours now. Over to you, sir. Dr. Pramod Mahajan, sir. Over to you.
Thank you. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Salam alaikum, namaste, namaskaram, sat shri akal. This is Dr. Pramod Mahajan. Thank you, Dr. Vijay, Dr. Preeti, and Dr. Raj. Today we are here to discuss about SDG 6, clean water and sanitation. Let me share my screen and then we'll slowly discuss all the points. SDGs are our ambition, are our aspirations. It is not a rocket science. We can make the change, we can bring the change, and we can celebrate throughout the world the SDGs. So let us think about that and we'll discuss in depth all those points step by step during my 15 to 20 minutes presentation. Is my screen visible?
Yes, sir, visible.
Yeah. So let us think about SDG 6, clean water and sanitation. It's all about education, education and education, which will empower us to think about SDGs, to deal with SDGs, and to bring the change. Today's session, during this presentation, we'll be discussing about variety of types of SDGs, global perspectives, SDG 6, by some reflections, videos, and some inputs. There are 17 SDGs. The plan of action for today's session is some videos, objectivity to understand the various aspects of SDGs, in particular SDG 6, and more examples, summing up. We'll start with some videos. These are the 17 SDGs, but we have to understand what's the central idea of each and every SDGs, and then we'll discuss in detail SDG 6. Let us understand the meaning and in true sense, what does the SDGs mean for us?
Did you know that the UN Sustainable Development Goals are a universal call to action that unites 193 countries around the world?
193
If these global
countries.
goals are fulfilled by 2030, life on Earth will be better for everyone. So, what are these goals? Eliminate poverty in all its forms. No hunger.
No hunger.
Everyone should have safe, nutritious, and
SDG
sufficient food. Everyone has equal access to healthcare, thus ensuring
Safe
our
and
well-being
secure
and
health-wise.
healthy life. Equal access to a quality education.
Quality education.
Ensure gender equality where women and girls have the same opportunities as men and boys. By achieving these goals, each member of our society will be equal, safe, and happy.
Equal, safe,
UN
and happy.
global goals also include access to safe drinking water and sanitation, access to clean energy that is safe for people and the environment,
Clean and safer
sustainable
energy.
and stable economic growth. Everyone has a decent job,
Stable
strong
economic growth.
infrastructure, and the support of innovations. Lower inequality within and among countries.
Justice, innovation.
Cities and settlements be developed without damaging the environment and people.
Eco-friendly.
Achieving
Close
these
to the
goals will
nature.
result in the well-being of people and our planet.
Solve well-being about
We
people
can
and
further
planet.
take care of our environment with the following goals: sustainable and safe production and consumption of products.
Eco-friendly
Take
productions.
urgent measures to reduce climate change and its impact. Ensure the sustainable use and protection of
Sustainable
ocean and
use
sea
and
resources. Restore and
climate
protect
change.
Earth's ecosystems.
Think about
By
the
achieving
soil,
these goals,
fertility.
we will form a society where strong institutions ensure peace and justice.
Peace and
It
justice.
is important for everyone to be involved and to build partnerships for achieving sustainable development goals. You are part of this process. Demand the implementation of these goals. Take the lead and share information with your friends.
Together for the global gap. Let's be together with UNICEF for every child to bring the change and to celebrate. What are the various aspects of SDG 6? The global perspective, overreaching aims, what to do, when to do, where to do, why to do, and how to do, and by whom it should be done, how it can be realized. The first thing is, why does it matter? What are the future fit aspects which will make us futuristic with respect to development? What actually matters is various SDG aspects which we have just seen. How does it matter? It should be ecology specific context and skill oriented. How do I make it matter? Using pedagogical efforts and resources. What it matter? Research and development. Our mentor has already described that thing. They are coming up with the research university. What is next? What matters now? Next step, purpose, and to be futuristic to sustain all those goals. With respect to goal 6, 6.1 says drinking water, sanitation and hygiene, not only the drinkable water, but the quality of the water use efficiency, how efficiently you are using the water resources management, and the complete ecosystem, international cooperation and capacity development, which is incomplete without the local participation. And that's why today we are discussing, because everyone should participate, everyone should cooperate. Aspirational goals and targets. It is global. Each government is setting its own national targets guided by global level of ambition, but taking into account the national circumstances. This ambition is national responsive, reviewing of the progress, leading the country and driving by the country. So led by the country, driven by the country to bring the change, not to driven by the change. So these aspects are there. The 6.1 by 2030 achieve universal and equitable access to safe and affordable drinking water for all. Safe, equitable, affordable, and accessible for all. By 2030 achieve access to adequate, equitable sanitization and hygiene for all. Adequate, equitable sanitization. And open defecation should be stopped completely. What we are going to achieve is universal and equitable access to safe and affordable drinking water as well as sanitation. Located on premises, available when, wherever it is needed, free and on priority, without chemical contamination. It's all about accessibility, availability, and quality. Once again, I am repeating it: accessibility, availability, and quality of drinking water, and safe and secure hygiene. What is the meaning of that? Safely managed drinking water, MDW. Improved facility located all premises, available as and when needed, and free from contamination, free from all sort of viruses and bacteria. Basic water, improved facility within 30 minutes round trip collection time, maybe, but purifying it within 30 minutes round trip collection time, whenever we are collecting it, and within 30 minutes it should be safe, secure, drinkable, without any contamination. Unimproved water, unimproved facility does not protect against contamination. So we have to think about that. Criteria: availability is water available when needed from your main drinking water source. Regulatory authorities: reported hours of service. Accessibility is the main drinking water source located in the dwelling yard of or pilot. And quality: testing the chemical contamination in the household service. Are we doing that? Are we capable of that? I'm not putting the name of a country. This is again managed drinking water goal. Target is 98%. Within 30 minutes, 95%. Available as and when required, at least 90%. On premises available, 75%. And quality wise, 58%. Safely managed SDGs, 58%. Sanitation and hygiene. Already we have discussed this point in depth. Again, it's all about accessibility, availability, and deep quality. Managed drinking water sustainable goals. Safety managed sanitation. Basic sanitation. Improved facility which separates extra from human contact. No human contact at all for the sanitization. Shared sanitization. Improved facility which separates again the human contact. This picture speaks clearly what the scenario is. No sanitation services still in 6%. Unimproved services still 11%. Shared services still 9%. 41% we have improved. Lots of stones have to be unturned. Understand the breaking of iceberg. Clean water and sanitation, there are a lot of logical contradictions going on. Lot of rejections and modifications are required. Lot of logical sequencing is must, and that is possible by critical thinking and high order thinking of learning zone. Let us understand by this video what I mean to say and what are those basic aspects on which you have to work or we are working. This video is very close to my heart, gives the proper information about the aspect of clean water and sanitation. Efforts of UPM recognized by UN Global Cooperation, Global Compact Lead, responsible operations, forestation, sustained development goals to ensure that what we are on the right path or not. 169 countries and 17 SDGs. The basic important concepts getting possible by increasing the positive impact and minimizing the negative impact. How to increase the positive impact? Sorry. Key focus is target 6.3 by 2030. We will reduce our effluent load by 40%. Reduce the water volume, wasted water volume by 30%. That is the main challenge. Find out how our target we are going to achieve. Check out our responsibilities, fundamentals, beyond fossil. Where will the data come from? Household service, regulatory authorities, sewer connections, septic tanks, latrines. These are the household service which will be giving us the data. Again, without using the name of the countries. These are the statistical data by UNO. Improved and shared. Improved 4%. treated offsite till 2%, treated outside, target is 0%. Safely managed sanitization services, target is to be enhanced by another 35%. Again, it is accessibility, availability, and the quality. The various statistical data, because the data speaks, the data about hand washing facility, how we are going to improve it, where we are, and where we have to reach. As this is indicators to be disaggregated where relevance, income wise, sex wise, age wise, race wise, ethically, migration status, disability, geographical locations, and other so many characteristics. It varies from advanced and disadvantaged stages. Reserve sites in 47 countries, areas or territories, less than half the population use improved sanitization by 2015. It is enhanced by another 17% by 2020. The challenge is to increase it by another 33% by 2030. Within and among the countries, again, the data speaks. The data motivates us. The data gives us the right track. The data scaffold us. Between urban and rural areas, what are the possibilities? See, urban areas per 1,000, 902 in rural areas do not have the adequate facilities. In urban areas, 105. We say the India remains within the rural areas, but what's our upliftment is? We are going to celebrate Har Ghar Tiranga, the Amritotsav of our independence, but we have to think from these aspects also. These are the various data analytics, which is very, very sensitive nowadays, and that's why throughout the globe we are thinking about SDGs, and in particular about SDG 6. Again, the data from UNO. By 2012, how much? By 2020, how much? And by 2030, what's the target is? Monitoring 6.3, WHO and UN Habitat UNEP, they are trying their level best to enhance the efficiencies, water stress, multi-sectorial, particularly in the field of agriculture, industry, municipality supply, and all other areas. Composite indicators, ecosystem, percentage to change the water reservoir ecosystem, policies, institution, management tools, and financings, wetlands, marshes, swamps, ponds, lakes, rivers, aquariums, quantity, quality, status, everything has to be monitored to enhance the complete ecosystem. For that, what are the breaking zones? We have to think deep about purifying the water, about enhancing the sanitization. We have to think within what one can contribute in that field. If oneself started taking care of himself or herself and then extended it to the family, to the house, to the society, to the village, to the state, to the country, and finally to the globe. Think around what is happening. If you keep your surrounding neat and clean with respect to purity of water and sanitation, things may change. And then think beyond to be the future fit. It's all aspiration, not the rocket science. Being a physics student, I have done some research and I wanted to describe those researches, how they are going to happen with a model by this video. Ladies and gentlemen, focus on these videos. This will give you the complete details about what we have done. We are always thinking about the fourth revolution, the fourth industrial revolution. The three already we have done, but by doing that three, we have damaged so many things. So to recover, to fill up that gap which has been created by the three revolution, while thinking about the fourth revolution, we have to think about SDGs, we have to think about pure water and safe and secure sanitization. It's all aspiration, no rocket science, no rocket science at all. We believe in an era of technological miracles happening. Auto-generated video, artificial intelligence, reusable space rockets we are thinking, driverless cars, robot workers, whatnot, and artificial intelligence changing the world. So how it is possible that still we are unable to provide sustainable pure water? It seems that we are busy celebrating the fourth revolution only, while the benefits of the first three and disadvantages of the first three are what? Focus on this. Today, 2/3 of the global population knows safe toilets. Toilets are there, but not safe. No safe water. Water resources are becoming more polluted because of the resolutions. Industrial development. We are not against that, but still we have to think about the basic needs. To make matters worse, agriculture and industry are getting thrustier. Not only the human being, but the agriculture also is being thrusty. What they have set, goals that aim create fairer, more possibilities. Water sanitation for all, safe and secure. Yes, it is ambitious, but not the rocket science. Here, what we need to do, how we need to do, where we need to do, how to go ahead. Save children's lives, keep teenage girls in schools, make adults more responsible, be focused. More monitoring generates better data. We can target capacity and resources where the need is greatest. Where the need is greatest, rural areas, be cooperative. Or household factories. As we work towards 2030 goals, we will remain the same creatures we have always been. Think about ecology, environment. We need sustainable managed water and sustainable safe sanitation. As we accelerate towards the future, we must not leave anyone behind. We must not leave anyone behind. With respect to the pure, available, approachable, accessible water and safe and secure sanitization. That's from my side. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Excellency Dr. Pramod Mahajan, sir. Wow, wow, wow. What a wonderful presentation you have shared over SDG 6, sir. Entire scenario and the data very well, sir. You have depicted through your presentation. Hats off to you, sir. And, sir, your mind map shared about the SDG goal 6. It was really wonderful. We have to say water as no water, no life, no blue, no green. As so, it's the need of our. We have to save water. Thank you very much, sir, once again for sharing wonderful insight over clean water, save water. I request Dr. Vijay Salvia, sir. Would you like to interact with Dr. Pramod Mahajan, sir, from UAE?
Miss Preeti can handle. I
Okay.
have been seen,
Yeah.
so I have talked to Dr. Mahajan
Okay.
so many times. No
Okay.
problem.
Respected Preeti ma'am,
Yeah,
you
yeah.
are most welcome to interact with a wonderful dynamic personality from
yes.
UAE, Dr. Pramod Mahajan.
Dr. Pramod Mahajan, I must say this is one of the best presentation we have seen, in this summit. You're clear. I mean, the modules you have created, the video you have created, the points you have actually, explained. That's amazing, really amazing. No wonder you have actually, such a beautiful portfolio, big portfolio, and it's our honor to have you here. And as we have already interacted, in fact, in the beginning, and I know, I mean, so much about you now. And from SDG Club, I would like to thank you again for coming and enlightening us with your deep insights, your views. And of course, we would need your guidance, as we are working on ground level also. We are working, with some villages also. I mean, we are creating a platform where we can connect people, and then, we can provide them self-employment opportunities, and then the clean water, whatever SDGs, you know all this 17 SDGs. So we would like you to get associated with us and keep guiding us on what kind of activities, what kind of programs we can run here. And we are soon we will be starting our youth task force also. So then again, as a mentor, you can join us. That is our our hope.
It will be my pleasure. I'm already associated with you all.
Yes.
And one of amongst you. And let's be together to bring the change, to celebrate, and to work together. And together as a team, we can achieve a lot.
Sure. That's why we have created this platform, like, so we can come together and then do our bit,
Yeah, and the senior mentor like Purushottam sir is with us already.
Yeah.
His blessings are required to go ahead, and then
Yes.
certainly we'll do some
Definitely.
magical changes.
Definitely. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, Preeti ma'am. And once again, thank you, Excellency Dr. Pramod Mahajan, sir. Yes, together we can achieve all the goals. Only when we are together, we have to come over the one platform, and only then we can sort out all the issues of the world. Now it's time to invite our next speaker, eminent speaker from Pakistan, a neighbor country. Respected Diya Chaudhary ma'am, you are welcome in this wonderful webinar over SDG Goal 6, Clean Water and Sanitation. Diya Chaudhary ma'am is CEO team Diya Global Private Limited. She is anchor and she is wonderful global educator. She is a life coach and she is a wonderful trainer. Over to you, ma'am. Diya Chaudhary ma'am, respected. Diya Chaudhary ma'am, you are welcome. Over to you, ma'am.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Hello everyone. Thank you so much, Miss. This is Diya Chaudhary. I belong to capital city of Pakistan. Being a life coach, I want to appreciate great working of Mr. Vijay Kumar and SDG International, and also thanks Miss Priyanka for inviting me. This event is not limited to one community or country, but covering the whole mankind's welfare. Now I will come to the topic. Sustainable Development Goal 6 is about clean water and sanitation for all. It is one of 17 Sustainable Development Goals established by United Nations General Assembly in 2015. The official wording is ensure availability and sustainable management of water and sanitation for everyone. Water deficiency affects more than 40% of people around the world, an alarming figure that is projected projected to increase with the rise of global temperature as a result of climate change. Although 2.1 billion people have gained access to improved water sanitation since 1990, decreasing supplies of safe drinking water is a major problem, impact every continent. In 2011, 41 countries experienced water stories. In 2011, 41 countries experienced water stress, 10 of which are close to depleting their supply of renewable fresh water and must now rely on alternative source. Increase drought and deficiency in already these trends. By 2050, it is projected that at least 1 in the 4 people will be affected by water storage and water shortages. Ensuring universal access to safe and affordable drinking water for all by 2030 requires we invest in sufficient infrastructure, provide sanitation facilities, and encourage hygiene at every level. Protecting and restoring water-related ecosystem such as forests, mountains, wetlands, and rivers is essential if we are to mitigate water deficiencies. More international cooperation is also needed to encourage water efficiency and sport treatment technology in developing countries. Every can help to make sure that we met the global goals. Use these 8 targets to ensure clean water and sanitation for everyone. Number 1 is safe and affordable drinking water. Number 2 is end open defecation and provide access to sanitation and hygiene. Number 3 is improve water quality, wastewater treatment, and safe reuse. Number 4 is increase water use efficiency and ensure fresh water supplies. And number 5 is water resource management. And number 6 is protect and restore water related ecosystem. Number 7 is expand water and sanitation spend to developing countries. And last, number 8 is sports local management in water and sanitation management. I have ended up sharing my views about the topic SDG Goal 6, clean water and sanitation. I hope it will be beneficial to save life on earth.
Thank you very much, respected Diya Chaudhary ma'am. Yes, we all have gained so many takeaways from your wonderful insight over clean water and sanitation, ma'am. Thank you very much once again for joining and sharing your valuable ideas from Pakistan. Thank you very much, ma'am. Now I am requesting Preeti ma'am. Would you like to interact with
Dr. Salvia would like to interact with
Dr. Salvia, sir? Dr. Salvia, sir? Vijay Salvia, sir?
He's gone.
Not in a condition, Preeti madam, continue.
Acha.
Okay. Over to you, Preeti ma'am.
Okay. Dr. Diya, thank you so much for coming and sharing your experience and your expertise with us. I would like to know, like, how about generating awareness, how about creating awareness about that? How can as through this platform, or how can we associate and somehow, like, we can make some campaign or something, because I think this kind of education is very, very important, that public education, raising public awareness in an informative and educative manner. So that then only it will create a multiplier effect. So what are your views on that? Yeah, Dia, are you there? I suppose she is not able to hear. Dr. Dia? I think she is not able to hear.
Maybe, ma'am, connectivity issue. Maybe.
Yeah.
She's there. She is present.
She's there, but I think she's not able to.
Yeah.
Okay, so you can move on. Like, you can just invite the next speak.
Thank you very much, Priti ma'am, for sharing your views and thanking Dr. Dia Chaudhary ma'am from Pakistan. It was wonderful to hear from Pakistan, our neighbor country.
Yeah,
it was wonderful. Now it's time to invite our next Excellency, Devesh Kumar Dev, sir. Are you there, sir? Devesh Kumar, yes, I can
yes,
see
ma'am.
him.
Yes, ma'am. Yes,
Sir is from Jharkhand, India. Sir is educationist, best teacher awardee he is, and research scholar on the ecotourism and vegetation. Wow, this is a great topic and the need of our ecotourism and vegetation. Sir is district discussion member on NEP. Sir is social worker also. It's great to hear you are a social worker. Yeah, you are a great writer, sir. And sir has presented papers in national and international seminars in India. More than 15 such papers sir has presented over there. Over to you, sir. Now we are here to hear your views about SDG 6, clean water and sanitation. Over to you, sir.
thanks, ma'am. At first, namaste to all of you. As per the topic is concerned, I'm remembering a song, "Pani re pani, tera rang kaisa, jisme mila do us jaisa." This line already clear what is the character of water, and the topic is very much clear: clean water and sanitation. When we discuss about this topic, at first we have to know about the structure of water, chemical structure. At first we see that water is a solvent, and it is scientifically proved that it is a universal solvent, and it is made up of two atoms of hydrogen and one atom of oxygen, and that is the ratio is 1:8. And this a special type of water solvent, it is a very much important for us and in our life. So far the discussion is concerned, in prior to me, Pramod sir discuss about the very much criteria that so much processes, how to sanitize, how to clean water, but my view is that water is natural gift, and it is not only, and we conserve water, we and as a natural gift, jal hi jeevan hai, then we have to follow in ground level. There are so many projects, there are so many SDG projects, and we discuss so much. Ma'am, today I am working as with my NCC students. They are working at today in Amrit Mahotsav. We go to a small river, and we clean the water, and this is the requirement. The only project work, it is not, it is my view, that is it must be in come in the level of ground level. So far work is concerned, As we know that water sanitation, there are so many sources of water, river, ponds, lakes, and so many. And the most important is rainwater. Rainwater harvesting. Rainwater harvesting is very essential. We read and know about it very much, but no one can no one rainwater harvesting. They do rainwater harvesting. We only say that, we only speak that, but we are not able to do the thing in ground level. So so far this discussion is concerned, I have no preparation about more preparation about this because some illness of me. So I suppose that that is my a small speech, little speech. Some come to the changes, and thank you all of you. Dhanyavad.
Thank you very much, respected Devesh Kumar sir, for your wonderful insights. As we all are the change maker, our little efforts can do great wonder. And a drop a day wastes the water away. And save water, it's not just a drop in the bucket, it's the life. So we all have to do efforts collectively to save the water. And thank you very much once again, respected Devesh Kumar sir, for your wonderful insight. Over to you, Preeti ma'am, for interacting
Yeah.
with Devesh Kumar sir.
Thank
Over
you.
to you, ma'am.
Yeah, thank you, Dr. Devesh. Thank you for giving us this valuable information. And we can see
Thank you.
you're working on ground level. And you rightly said that, just talking is not enough. It's time to
Yes.
like join hand and, work on ground level also. And since you have so much experience on ground level, so you can advise on how to build capacity, how to raise awareness, how to mobilize resources to achieve this goal, not only this goal, but other goals also. So of
That-
course, your experience will be really valuable for us. And
Yeah, ma'am.
yeah, you can share what kind of activities, what kind of, capacity building programs we can have, and how we can integrate
Next time,
these
next,
programs in our,
ma'am, next time I will share more information and data.
definitely right. Yeah. Okay. Thank you so much. Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Preeti ma'am.
Yeah.
Now it's time to invite our next Excellency, Dr. Arpita Gupta. She has a very rich academics and industrial experience of 20 years, and ma'am has a focus on quality education and research. She has worked on government-funded innovative projects and has been facilitated several times for her contribution in academics and industry. She has completed her PhD from SGB Amravati University, Maharashtra on change in electrical property of living cell with the disease. Wow, it's a wonderful topic. She has done her MTech in VLSI design and BTech in electronics and telecommunication engineering. She has attended several national and the international conferences and also won Best Paper Awards. Wow, great, ma'am. Ma'am has credited to publish 41 such papers in reputed journal and conferences proceedings. Thank you very much. It's a wonderful insight, ma'am, from your side. She has authorized 2 books on electronics engineering, and ma'am is also working with Blue Ink Private Limited. Wow. Ma'am also has very enriched profile, and it's a great pleasure to us, to all of us, as we are having a wonderful dynamic personality. Dr. Arpita Gupta, ma'am, you are most welcome, ma'am. Over to you.
Thank you, ma'am, for the warm welcome. I was never thinking that I'll be appreciated for this, my work throughout for
Ma'am, hard
20
work
years.
is also appreciated.
Yeah, you're right. So very good evening to all of you, the eminent speakers over here. I am listening to them. They are really very nice, and it is very nice to hear all of you. And I should congratulate Dr. Preeti and Dr. Vijay for providing such platforms where we can share, and you assure us that we are going to be heard. So it is very nice talking and to be a part of this type of platform. So now I find ourselves, we should think that we are privileged, that we are living in a area and the surrounding where we are getting water everywhere. When we open the tap, we get water for drinking purpose, for washing purpose, for cleaning, agriculture. We see all around water. Whenever we require, it is available. But there are people, in fact, there are billion of people which are not having this opportunity to get water everywhere. They don't even get clean water for drinking. Sanitation is again a very fortunate thing for which we get using washroom, using bathrooms is a very common thing and we take it for granted. We should not forget that there are billion of population which are not getting this opportunity also. They go for feces in open and this affect their health also. Actually, the thing is, we are being privileged, we are misusing it. Many times we misuse, and this is the reason why the people all around the world are not getting it. So that is the reason why UN have thought of SDG 6. Now, SDG 6 is all about clean water and sanitation. It is all reciprocal to each other. If we get clean water, we can improve our sanitation. And if sanitation is there, we can improve the health factor of the population.
Arpita, you asked to share screen, you can do. You can share screen if you want.
Yeah, okay. Thank you, Preeti ma'am. I'll share a video, small video at the end of my speech. Okay, now SDG 6. What is it about? So Dr. Pramod has very well explained it. So I will not go into much detail with my PPTs because everyone knows about it. I will just exchange my view on SDG 6, what I have understood by it, and what is the significance of SDG 6 in my opinion. SDG 6, as I told you, the world has understood the importance of clean water and sanitation, and that is why SDG 6 comes into picture. And there are people who need to be educated for not wasting the water, and this is why SDG 6 is there in this UN. Now, what is SDG 6? SDG 6 is having few targets. There are 8 targets and 11 indicators. So I'll focus on the targets. They say that the SDG 6, the target time is 2030. 2030, they want to improve many things and they have highlighted 8 targets they have taken and given to every country to highlight and to work on this, to work their people and educate the people to improve these targets. The first one is a safe water, and it should be affordable water to all, which is the right to every citizen, every human being. Without water, we cannot live. But it will be surprising that there are people who does not get clean and need water for drinking purpose also. Sanitation is the secondary part. They are not educated for sanitation. Once they will get pure water to drink, they will maintain hygiene. But now they are not getting that. The second target is adequate sanitation services to everyone. We have the opportunity that we have a good home, houses, but there are people who are going in open, which indicates that they have not proper sanitation facility available with them. The third target, which has been given by UN to every country, is to improve ambient water quality. The water quality they have to improve. The underground water, which is getting impure day by day, they have to work on it. They have to make it clean. The fourth target is addresses water scarcity. We should know that not every country, not every part of the world is having ambient water with them. There is a scarcity. We have to address this problem very well. And it should be done very, very soon. The fifth target is to implement integrated water resources management at all levels. If the water is in ambience, it should be managed properly. It should not be wasted. And that is a very important problem which needs to be addressed very frequently, because wastage of water is abundant in our country and in many where water is in abundance. Now, the next target which UN has given is to protect and restore water related ecosystem. The ecosystem has to be monitored well and it has to be taken care of. Now, the next target is the capacity building. And the next is the local. We have to educate the local people to understand this problem and to face and address this problem with the solution of their own kind, because local people can suggest you how they can overcome this problem when. So this is all about SDG 6. Now, the measures which are taken, obviously the government has to take measures, लेकिन हम और आप अगर हम measures लेने लगेंगे, then only the problem will be resolved. And this problem in near future, there will be no water anyway. So that too, we will not be able to manage that problem. So now save water, we have to focus on that. So with this, I will share a small video. Hello, is it visible?
Yeah, it's visible, ma'am.
Okay, I'll play. Hello.
Yes,
Yes,
Yes.
ma'am.
you can stop.
Yeah. Yeah. This is what it's a small video, and I just wanted to list out the things, the targets of SDG 6, and how we can overcome this, and what is the reason why we have to focus on SDG very well. So we should be the game changer, and we have to be the game changer, because if we will not change the game, the world is going to crash. Without water, there will be no life, and without life, there will be no food will be there, no health will be there. So it will be a very dangerous situation which is going to come. So we have to educate ourselves and others near around. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, Dr. Raj, for and everyone for listening me so patiently and giving me this platform.
Thank you very much, Dr. Arpita Gupta, ma'am. You have shared a wonderful video and wonderful deep insight about this clean water and sanitation. Yes, very well, ma'am. You explained the role of local people is very, very essential in maintaining the water clean and to save the water, as we have to manage water at the every level. It's not the duty of only our government. It's the duty of individual person as well to save the water. And very well, ma'am, you have shared that thousands have lived without love. Thousands have lived without love, not one without water. As we can live without love, but we can't live
Well
without
said.
water. A single day we can't. Even for 1 hour we can't survive without water. And very well you have shared, ma'am, the scenario. You know, millions of people die every year from the disease that are associated with the unsafe drinking water, sanitation, and hygiene. And the young children are particularly, they are the vulnerable because they are related with the wash disease and remain among leading causes of death in the children under the age 5, and they contribute to malnutrition and stunting as well. And each year 3 lakh children under the age 5 die due to diarrhea linked due to inadequate wash, means unsafe water or unhygienic water conditions. And despite significant progress, we have done a great progress as we are living the 21st century, but still 2.2 billion people worldwide do not have the safely managed drinking water services. And over the half global population, 4.2 billion people lack the safely managed sanitation services till date. So it's very, very essential, ma'am, to share the water. Thank you very much once again, Arpita, ma'am, for your wonderful insight. Yes, over to you, Priti, ma'am. Would you like to say something?
Yeah, thank you, Arpita
Yeah.
ji. It's a pleasure to hear you, and you're always like ready with your presentation, and we appreciate the efforts you put to just present your views. And you rightly said, like, there is no life without water, and see, we are the biggest stakeholder in this goal, because I always wonder, why do we have, I mean, if you see the earth, like, we have all the resources, right? We have all the resources with us, but somehow this problem is created, like, it's a man-made created problem, like, so what we can do, because we have to leave a sustainable future for our children. This is the legacy we have to actually leave for them. So what we can do, what a new and innovative ways we can come up with, how can we integrate, like, these SDG goals. And in fact, we should teach our children from start only, from school only. We should start educating them about these problems, these issues, and these SDG goals, in fact, so that we can have our children, when they grow up, they become sensible and responsible citizens. So
Very correct.
definitely that is the need of the hour, because I
Yeah.
suppose we have to raise awareness, we have to build capacity, we have to mobilize our resources, because we already have all the resources with us. That's the thing, right? So thank you again for coming.
Thank you, ma'am.
Yeah,
Thank you very much.
it's always a pleasure to have you with us. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Priti, ma'am. Now it's time to invite our next excellency, our next speaker, Professor Dr. Suraya Banu, ma'am. She is a wonderful educationist, social activist. She has done MPhil in computer science. She has done MSc in IT, MA English Literature, wow, PG diploma in computer science, and ma'am has a great experience of 30 years in the field of education. She is working as an assistant professor in computer science and Bhilai Mahila Mahavidyalaya, Bhilai Nagar. Ma'am is from Chhattisgarh, India, and ma'am is a global peace brand ambassador, India, USA, international peace ambassador, global India, international keynote speaker, and ma'am is international peace humanitarian. Wow, it's great. And ma'am has got so many awards and honors for her work, and ma'am has word book records also, 9 word book records. It's a great thing. Over to you, ma'am. Dr. Surya Banu, ma'am. We are waiting to hear your views over SDG 6, clean water and sanitation. Welcome, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am. This is Professor Dr. Shreya Bana from Vilayanagar, Chhattisgarh. Today the topic is SDG 6, clean water and sanitation. In the words of our Prime Minister, His Excellency Narendra Modi ji, cleanliness and sanitation were close to Gandhiji's heart. We will launch a Clean India campaign, and by Gandhiji's 150th birth anniversary, all schools in the country should have toilets with separate toilets for girls. SDG 6 focuses on ensuring a clean and stable water supply and effective water sanitation for all people by the year 2030. The SDG 6 Global Acceleration Framework has been developed in partnership with over 30 UN entities and 40 international organizations, outlining a more efficient and coordinated support to countries to ensure global availability and sustainable management of water and sanitation for all. SDG 6 goes beyond drinking water, sanitation, hygiene, also address the quality and sustainability of water resources which are critical to the survival of people and the planet. The human rights to water and sanitation on 28 July 2010 through Resolution 64 by 292, the United Nations General Assembly explicitly recognized the human right to water and sanitation and acknowledged that clean drinking water and sanitation are essential to the realization of all human rights. The UN has defined 8 targets and 11 indicators for SDG 6. Target specify the goals and the indicator represent the matrix by which the word aims to track whether these targets are reached. In the words of Mother Teresa, I alone can't change the world, but I can cast a stone across the waters to create many ripples. Now I want to focus the global indicators for SDG 6. Drinking water, SDGs target 6.1 is by 2030 achieve universal and equitable access to safe and affordable drinking water for all, sanitation, hygiene, wastewater treatment, water quality, water use efficiency, water resource, integrated water resources management. In the words of Mahatma Gandhi, sanitation is more important than independence, and further added, so long as you do not take the broom and the bucket in your hands, you cannot make your towns and cities clean. Then the question arises, why is clean water and sanitation is a goal? Millions of people die every year due to lack of clean water or basic hygiene, and the water scarcity impacts 40% of the global population. Access to basic sanitation and hygiene is critical during a global pandemic to dramatically slow and spread of disease and reduce the risk of health. The major challenges to providing safe water and sanitation on a global basis are contamination of water in distribution system, growing water scarcity and the potential of water resource and conservation, implementing innovative low-cost sanitation systems, providing sustainable water supplies. In the words of Nelson Mandela, the very right to be human is denied every day to to hundreds of millions of people as a result of poverty, the unavailability of basic necessities such as food, jobs, water and shelter, education, healthcare, and a healthy environment. To help achieve target 6.1 of SDGs, we can do some way to contribute the sustainable development goals. First, sign the WASH. WASH means water, sanitation, and hygiene. Place to access to safe water, sanitation, and hygiene at the workplace. Provide a healthy workplace. Give to projects that support the SDGs. Invest in renewable energy. As SDGs 11, sustainable cities and communities invest in renewable energy resources such as solar, wind, and biofuel. Energy reuse, and recycle. This is on SDGs 13, life on land, and SDGs 14, life below water. By doing our part to reduce the amount of plastic waste produced by the activities. Support education of the future generation. Support SDGs 1, no poverty. Support SDGs 2, zero hunger. Shows us a pathway to change the world by feeding our needy neighbors. Reward responsible behavior as support SDGs 12, responsible consumption and production. Take to the next level through partnership with other businesses as SDG 17, partnership for the goals. Just give to causes that you are about the most as SDGs 4, quality education. In the words of Kofi Annan, access to a secure, safe, and sufficient source of fresh water is a fundamental requirement for the survival, well-being, and socio-economic development of all humanity. Yet we continue to act as if fresh water were a perpetually abundant resources. It is not. At last, I conclude having clean water and sanitation means being able to avoid exposure to countless diseases. As ma'am before says, every year millions of people die from the disease pneumonia, diarrhea under the age of 5. The goal is a reaction to the fact that many people throughout the world lack these basic services. About 40% of the world population is affected by lack of water. Our cherished way of life depend on clean water. Healthy ecosystem provide wildlife habitat and places to fish, paddle, surf, and swim. Our economy depends on clean water. Manufacturing, farming, tourism, recreation, energy production, and other economic sectors need clean water to function and flourish. At last, I want to share nice thoughts said by the President Ramnath Kovind. Sanitation and cleanliness are among the humblest of the civic virtues, and it is easy to underestimate their significance. Thank you, madam. Thanks a lot for giving me such a beautiful opportunity on this platform. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you very much, Dr. Suraya Bano ma'am. Great views you have shared about the water. Yes, we have to save water for the future generation as well. And the great role has been played by Nelson Mandela as well. And I have few lines about the water. A drop of water. The little drop of water seems so insignificant, feels proud and magnificent. Whether vaporized or disappeared, the drop is eternal in its existence. It has no ego, it has no desire, it needs no happiness, it has conquered fire. So we all have to learn from the little drop of water. We all must learn. We never we feel egoist. We should minimize our desires as the little drop of water has no desire, and that small tiny drop of water has conquered the fire. So we also have to learn so many things from the little drop of water. So over to you, Preeti ma'am. to interact with respected speaker, Dr. Suraya Banu.
Yeah, thank you, Dr. Suraya Banu. We have already interacted before also because she was there, in the last conference also.
Okay.
And the way she has explained, the issue and then what are the solutions and all, this is amazing. जैसे देवेश जी ने बोला था पानी रे पानी तेरा रंग कैसा, राज आपने जो बोला, it was so beautiful. Like really, water is like what do we have to learn from water? It takes a shape, I mean, wherever you put it, whatever color you put in, it takes that color. So then that is the ability I suppose we should also learn, to have, and it's always like, beautiful to hear such things, such insights. Dr. Suraya, thank you so much. I think Dr. Simon is here, Dr. Raj.
Yeah.
So I suppose,
Yeah.
if
Dr.
you,
Simon is there.
yeah,
Thank you very much, Preeti
yeah.
ma'am,
Thank you so much
for sharing your views, more insight about clean water and sanitation. Yes, we have to learn so many things from the little drop of water. And now it's time to welcome our eminent speaker, Excellency Dr. Simon Peter from Nigeria. Would like to give a compliment. Sir, you have entered in this webinar just like a Hindi film hero in the Hindi movies entered in the situation at the correct time. In the same way, आपने वही entry मारी है आज यहाँ webinar में, when you are just wrapping up the webinar and then suddenly we saw you here. You are welcome, sir. Dr. Simon Peter sir is from Nigeria. He is hard representative of climate change solutions of Alliance of People of the World in Africa. Wow, it's wonderful. Sir is co-founder of African Biosphere Way, CZ Unity Limited. Sir is international diplomat and he is award-winning speaker as well. Sir, the dais is yours now. We are eager to hear your valuable thoughts, your valuable insights over SDG 6, safe water, clean water, and sanitation. Yes, over to you, sir.
Thank you very much. I really appreciate everyone. I appreciate the organizer of the program. I appreciate you, our moderator. Thank you, Dr. Vijay and everybody. I really appreciate. And today we are actually talking about and sanitation. That is SDG 6. Talking of SDG, the United Nations instructed that by 2030, everyone should be able to access across the globe. So for us to access clean water and sanitation, we need to make provision for it. Provision for it. It is by what can you do to solve the problem of water? What can you do to solve the problem of that many across the globe? Like for example, rural areas, they are so affected. Rural areas are so much affected with clean water. Why? Because of them, they can't even afford to have a good latrine. So they do open defecation. So with the open defecation, this is receiving their deficits. And at the end of the day, you see them having cholera, you see them having illnesses, water ailments like that. So things are rampant across the globe. It happens in some rural areas in Nigeria, in African countries, and even in some Asian countries as well. So how do we make sure we go come 2030? How do we make sure people have access to clean water? How do we make sure people have access to good sanitation by taking action? And number one action that we need to take is to ensure investors across the globe on clean water projects, especially for the rural areas. When we are talking of water projects, we need investors to intervene and donors to intervene in some in African countries, in Asian countries, even across the world, all those rural areas. So then another thing, we need to look at it this way, that clean water sanitation issue is a personal issue. It's not something that they will leave one country or one government or individual to do. It is a public issue. It is a, and the government is advised to work on it through their local governments. And how do they work on it? They source for necessary funds to ensure that they reduce open deficits. And how do they reduce it? By creating latrine modern toilets for people at the rural areas. Once they have access to modern toilets, sanitation issue will be reduced minimum. And another one is the issue of water. Issue of not only clean water access. Even in some cities, the water there, especially those island cities, the water you will find there, they are, even if it is borehole, they are very, very, very brown in color. They are colorish water, brown in color. So we need to apply some chemicals so they can purify it. And after purification, we are working on how can we contribute to the problem across the globe. Why we found scientists and we founded a African Biosphere Waste Visit Group. So what we are trying to do is to find solution to the problem of water, because they are polluted. They are all polluted. If it is not polluted by waste, it will be polluted by deficit. If it is not polluted by deficit, what of all this crude that we are getting under the water, energy we are seeing from the water, the chemicals, all those things, they have polluted all the waters that we have. When drinking this, then we are still drinking the same thing. So when they are drinking it, they are still impacting, they are still using chemical food. So now we came up with a tri-hybrid what we call it, plant, technology plant. So that our nanotechnology plants have the ability to source water from the atmosphere. And that is what we are doing. That's what we are working on presently. We can source the most clean water that we have on Earth is from the cloud that we are getting at all. That cloud. We can get the best and the cleanest water from the cloud. So, a technology. And we know we're the only one that can do this. So if God can across the world, no, but I'm not actually advertising our company here, but I'm trying to tell you that we are working on a solution. And other people, other scientists across, I'm calling them as well to work on solution. We can source water from this atmosphere. Our nanotechnology machine is sourcing water. It has the ability to source water from the atmosphere. We source the water, and after the water, it will synthesize it. And it will prepare it into a carbonated water. That's what our nanotechnology is capable of doing. So we can generate a natural carbonated drinking water for nanotechnology. And if everybody emulates that, we'll be saving people. Because our people will drink the cleanest water ever. People will be drinking the best water that will extend their life and have solution to clean water across the globe. So clean water is very, very important. Clean water is very, very important because it will extend life, because no one can do even without water. No one can do. So what type of water are we drinking? And that is when the source is not good, is bad, then that is automatically we have what they call cholera diseases, all those diseases, and so on and so forth. So I am also calling on to all scientists across the globe, if they can join us. I'm calling on to investors, if they can invest, if they can join us, we can provide clean water without relying on the one from the ground, without relying on the one through borehole drilling. We can provide and generate clean water from the atmosphere for people to drink. And with that, we can solve the problem of water. Then that of sanitation, it is the duty of the government through their local governments. They should stop open deficits. They should stop littering the channels with waste, and so on and so forth. So I think with this little discussion and explanation of mine, I'm able to speak on SDG Goal 6 application. So the Lord will help us. Thank you very much for the opportunity. I really appreciate it.
Thank you very much, Dr. Simon Peters, sir. Your valuable insight, your deep thoughts about SDG 6, clean water and sanitation. So very well, you have shared your views. Yes, it's our duty. It's the duty of each and every person to save the water. It's not the duty of only government or the single person. It's the liability, responsibility of all the people across the world to save the water, as the earth, the air, the land, and the water are not an inheritance from our forefathers, but on loan from our children. So we have to hand over to them at least as it was handed over to us. So it's very, very essential to save water for the future generation, as the water in itself holds the ways how to save water. Water, what is the spelling of water? W-A-T-E-R. W stand for wait until night to water your lawn, as we have to water our plants only during the night or in the evening, as during the evening or in the night there is no sunlight. So there will be no loss of water from the soil, and in the less amount of water is sufficient for the plant. And A stand for always use a pail when you wash your car. And T, turn off the tap when you brush. When we are brushing, the tap is on, we are wasting lots of water during that time. So we have to take care. E, every leak waste water. Every leak, where there is a leakage in our water system, so we have to fix that immediately. And R stand for rain barrel save water. Whenever there is a rain, we have to save the water, rainwater harvesting system. We are teaching our students in the school also. So it was a wonderful insight from you, Dr. Simon Peters, sir. Over to you, Priti ma'am, for this wonderful webinar going on. And the time is also 8:15, but the time is 8:15, but we are not feeling it's the time is too much. No, as we are involved here, there is a great interest have been inculcated in this webinar, and a great, truly, it's a wonderful event. We all have enjoyed it. Thank you very much, Priti ma'am.
I would like to thank Dr. Simon for his entry. At least he's here. Better late than never, as they say. And
Thank you very much, ma'am.
It is always interesting to learn, learn from about new technologies, because these are global challenges. Water challenge is a global challenge. So it is always interesting to learn what other countries are actually, how they are going about it, what kind of activities and what kind of programs you are running to solve this problem. And like you talked about nanotechnology, this is the vision, of course. If we can somehow create water from thin air, I suppose all the problems would be solved. So with cross fingers, we are waiting for that day. This the nanotechnology that you were talking about, it is a vision, I suppose, we share across the world. I mean, all the people in this world, we share this vision. So definitely we hope and pray. I suppose in India, they have already started this technique, this nanotechnology. And there is a pilot project going on. So let's hope and pray, because if we are able to do this, to create water from thin air, from that moist air, I suppose all the issues, like, we would be able to solve related to water accessibility and clean water, and sanitation, right? So thank you so much for coming and sharing your this valuable information and valuable insights. So I suppose it's time to wind up, Dr. Raj.
Yeah, ma'am, it's time to wind up.
Yeah. From SDG Club India International, I would like to thank all the speakers and of course our moderator and the participants for coming and sharing this valuable information, valuable insights. And that is how, actually, that is what we are looking out for, like, coming together on this platform, sharing our views and just creating awareness and doing a bit, whatever we can do, like, I mean, that is how we'll start, right? So thank you all.
Thank you very much. Good night to all. Save water and save life.
Thank you.
Bye-bye to all of you.
Bye.
Bless you all.
Yeah.
Namaste.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.